What a game.
Unreal.
It was amazing. Not potentially in terms of free flow and attacking rugby, which Razor has said we need to speed the game up and all that stuff, but the intensity. I actually watched it and I never felt further away from me saying I've done that. Because the game, the physicality, the hits, it was monstrous, wasn't it?
And how close it was,
yeah.
The whole game.
Yeah, and there's big talking points in the game around, first and foremost, the whole fact of England have won, I think, twice on New Zealand soil. We've not done it since 2003. So 21 years we haven't won there. And we don't play there every year, obviously. So sometimes that record looks a lot worse than potentially it is. But we've won twice in our history there. It's like Scotland have never beaten the All Blacks, have they? Ireland have started to beat them and won their first series there last summer. And England, it was there. The first game in Dunedin was a huge opportunity to sort of break that hoodoo of only won there twice in our history and not won there for 21 years. New Zealand had all the issues around new coaches, new players, have lost a load of proper experienced players. And Razor only had 10 days with the squad and the new coaches just to sort of formulate a plan to go and win a test match. And like for New Zealand, you've got England coming over, who obviously are a big rival, just in terms of if you ain't English, everyone hates you. So you want to get one over on the English. And then you look at the game and you look at the build-up. And I looked at the two team sheets and I'm thinking, England are going to win here. We've got a good chance because we're on a bit of form, momentum-wise. Beat Ireland, lost to France, but played well, changed the way we played. In the back end of the Six Nations, obviously did all right against Japan. And you go in there with confidence. You've got good young players that are on form, and Steve's now picking these players, whereas previous coaches hadn't picked on form, Eddie Jones. And then I looked at the All Black squad and I thought, they're going to be missing a few. Hell of a team.
Yeah. Proper.
When you look at the actual names, Hardy Surveyor's back from Japan, eating sushi everywhere and putting videos up. Obviously, Geordie Barrett's there. Scott Barrett skips. And I'm looking at the team, I think, right, if there's a weakness, what is the weakness? Because you've got, in the back line, you've got Geordie Barrett at 12 and Ioane at 13, Sevu Reece on one wing.
Mark Talea, who was unreal at the World Cup.
Yeah. So they haven't lost much there, have they?
Well, that was it, because we were talking about it last week, and then I did a preview for my channel.
Big Jim Show.
The Big Jim Show. And I had my agent Alex in there, and I was like, me and Goodey were talking about the All Blacks. They're a team that are in transition, new coach. And then you actually look down the team. You've got Cody Taylor, like you said.
Yeah.
You've got Scott Barrett. You've got Hardy Surveyor. You've got Dalton Papali'i in there as well.
Yeah.
And you've got TJ Perenara.
Yeah.
Demi McKenzie, who's a worldie, and he was a worldie at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Playing 10 where he wants to play. Geordie Barrett 12, Rico Ioane, two of the best centres in the world. You mentioned Mark Talea and Sevu Reece, and you're actually thinking, hang on.
So I picked out before the game, I'm like, there is going to be question marks about McKenzie at 10 because he's not done it at test level consistently because he's been a backup plan to Richie Mo'unga over the last however many years, and Bowden Barrett's been in and out there and all that stuff. And then Perifetta at fullback. I'm like, right, we're going to go after him a bit as well. And it turns out that Perifetta makes the break for the try, does Ben Earl with ridiculous footwork. And I thought that they dominated that kind of kick battle, the high ball kick chase with the likes of Sevu Reece. Oh my gosh. See him smash Furbank.
My word. Furbank got straight up.
Yeah.
Rubbed the tash.
Hard.
Here we go. Mate, he's fucking good, he is.
Yeah, he was England's best player, I think, up there with a couple of others.
George Martin, Chandler Cunningham-South.
Yeah, and I'll get onto Chandler Cunningham-South in a bit. But the difference makers for New Zealand, obviously I think they won the breakdown battle, which was fairly obvious. A scrum was illegal at times.
Hang on. Going based on who? Flats a couple of times saying.
He knows.
Flats does know.
He knows.
Yeah, New Zealand were dominant.
They were dominant, but were they dominant legally? And to be fair to Amisha Kelly,
I thought we were good.
Yeah, he pinged them a couple of times for going around the outside, but a couple of times he didn't. But they dominated the scrum, right? They dominated that kick battle, kick receipt, kick chase. England's kick chase fell off a little bit. And the physicality of the game. What about in the first half when Furbank steps in and absolutely smokes Ioane.
Yeah, well, that's the difference with England now. You know, the defence they've been talking about.
Felix Jones.
Yeah, the Felix Jones, where they were doing it during the Six Nations and it wasn't really working up until they played Ireland.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, well, how can you replicate a South African style defence with an England team? But that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
That out to in, like the spot, the timing.
Yeah.
That was the I don't know, the foundations of England and the set piece and the line out and the line out defence and all of these things.
Yeah.
I was chatting to my mate about it. We were just, what do you think about England? I found myself going into a bit of Ruggers detail. It feels like watching that one game, you can see a clear England identity.
Yeah.
Where that defence is the foundation of it, that out to win, the physicality of the players that they've got, the set piece. I don't include the scrum in that. We can talk a little bit about the scrum, but the line out, the maul, the line out defence aerially, that's where you can now see a clear identity that they can back up with that physicality, because they've got these physical freaks who we spoke about before. We've spoken about Chandler Cunningham-South. We had him in the studio and he was talking about how he sees the game, the vision, and we were like, this kid's got it. If he gets the chance, he got the chance, he delivered on the big stage. Marrow, we've said the need for him to
How good was
improve. That's the best he's played in, I'd say, a good couple of years.
I need to know something about
years.
Marrow, though.
What?
You start the first half with his scrum cap on, and the second half you come out without
he knows. It's brand. It's the brand.
What, is that trying to get a sponsorship deal? Or?
No, I think it's you want people to see it, don't you?
Oh, right.
I wouldn't wear a fucking scrum cap.
No, I know, but he's always worn one, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know.
But he was outstanding, like dominated the line out. Was back to his Norsey best, and I mean that respectfully and as a compliment. George Martin, banging boys for fun.
His test match animal.
Yeah.
Said, real deal.
Yeah. I think Steve will look back on the game, and it was fine margins, and we'll talk about Marcus Smith's goal kicking and some of that as well. Some of the substitutions I think Steve got wrong. And I'll go, and we're a little bit biased because he came in studio, and as you said, he's a top bloke. Chandler Cunningham-South, actually playing in the country of his birth, with the history he's got, he was monstrous. And I think we lost some momentum and toughness and ball carrying. Benno didn't have his best game. And I get the reason for wanting to bring Curry on because of the breakdown. I just thought that looking at the game, Chandler Cunningham-South was one of our go-to forwards of getting us on the front foot, carrying big, making big hits. And Steve took him off when he's probably our best player at the time, with Marrow and Furbank in different areas.
I agree with that.
So potentially he'll look back on it, Steve, and go, he's not going to say it, but he might say, oh, I could have shifted Chandler to 8 and put Curry on and taken Earl off, because Earl has been brilliant for England, and I'm not...
But with Chandler, how fit is he?
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't know whether he can go fully 80 minutes, because he's fucking massive, isn't he?
He's massive. What about him in the Champions Cup? Fucking unbelievable. Blow a gassy after 15. And that's the thing.
And that's maybe why he took him off.
But he weren't making errors.
No.
It wasn't as if he was dropping off tackles and like struggling to get into position. But they'll know, won't they? They'll have the heart rate on the
But I thought taking him off there, maybe that's the plan, because go and blast yourself for 50 minutes and then we've got Curry to come on. But then the balance, they won the breakdown battle, didn't they? I think taking Mitchell off as well, when he was playing, I thought Mitchell was outstanding as well. And Ben Spencer's kicking is normally on point. I don't know whether the kicks were too long, but the chase was
too long.
Yeah, they were. And the chase wasn't as energetic as it could have been. And maybe that's a knock-on effect of what they'd gone through. And maybe that's a knock-on effect of this blitz that's coming, because it's fucking hard. When you fly in, and they fly, don't they, off the line? It's right, rugby league, so you back and you get them back, up, back, and you remember doing those. I mean, I'd love to watch you.
I couldn't run back, mate.
Yeah, exactly. But
I struggle to run forward, but like, as you're right, that's exhausting.
Yeah, and that takes it out of you, and that's why maybe Steve will talk about getting them fitter to the next level to be able to repeat that. And the bench didn't have as big an impact as New Zealand's bench did, I thought. And let's, talk about Marcus Smith. The big thing, everyone's like, if he'd kicked his goals, we'd have won. And it's fine margins, 16-15. Marcus misses 3. The penalty pretty much in front of the sticks was an absolute howler. Can't get away from that. And that'll be frustrating. But then we do score a try 3 or 4 minutes later, don't we? So if he gets that penalty, do we get the try? But he'll be disappointed with the 3 missed kicks. Mackenzie missed 3 as well. So it's more apparent, and I've been there as a kicker. You know your stats throughout the game, unless you're winning comfortably, and it doesn't matter. But in games like that, you know your stats, so you know you've missed a couple of kicks. You're 2 from 4. Then you've got a touchline conversion from Faye-Waboso's try, who I thought was outstanding again. And he misses that one, and then you've missed your 2 from 5, and those stats really hurt you as an individual, and it will hurt Marcus. But it's not like Mackenzie was 5 from 5 and you lose by a point. That's when it's really apparent. And England at 15-10 up in that second half, New Zealand just controlled the game better. And Razor said it afterwards, didn't he, about it being an arm wrestle. And, Mackenzie really stepped up, I thought, as a 10. And that was the big question mark. He can do the fancy stuff and he's brilliant counter-attacking and, going to the line and pulling people out the line and putting people through holes. But has he got the game management and the nous and the understanding how to win an arm wrestle battle? Well, he answered it, didn't he? Just think, I love Razor, don't you?
Well, Andy Rose sent me a video of the Sky Sports New Zealand, his interview after, because Andy Rose was like, have you seen Razor? Like, an awesome interview.
Who's Andy Rowe?
And I was like, I've not seen it.
Yeah.
So he sent me, like, it's a 4.5 minute clip of him with Kirsty hosting in Sky in New Zealand. Mate, I love his vulnerability. He's so charismatic. I love the fact that you can see he ain't got a clue what's going on in the game. Like, he is an emotionally led guy. And I say that with all due respect. Like, even the press conference after, like, what about this? What about that? And he's thinking, I can't remember, because he's so in that kind of moment. You get coaches that after the game, they remember everything to the point, and you'll get coaches like an Alex Anderson. It'll be like after the game, they'll go through. But I loved his, like, a bit of vulnerability and like just how big the job is for him, how cool it is. And he's wicked to have.
Yeah.
But maybe one change I would look at.
Yep.
I don't know if it works. I'd maybe put Freddie Stewart on the left wing and have more of that contestable kicking that did well against
instead
South Africa.
Of
Tommy Freeman.
Really? But he's amazing under
He's
the high
wicked.
ball.
Yeah, he was a bit quiet at the weekend, but I don't know.
He made a break that led to the try.
Yeah, he did. He did. But I don't know whether having a winger like him, you could put him at 13, for example.
I think Freddie Stewart needs to move to the centres.
Really?
Yeah, like a Geordie Barrett.
That's a good call.
And
aesthetically, I mean, I don't know.
But as in the size and power of him, and people say the game is what it is now, and Furbank's taken that 15 jersey and gone exceptionally well. Freddie Stewart in the centres, the size of him.
But he's never played centre.
No, I know, but is he, you're now talking about picking him on the wing or fullback where people are like, he hasn't got a yard of pace that you need at that top level. So what's his evolution? Is it just playing when it's raining, you need a solid fullback? Or is it, how can I make myself better? Ioane was a winger, wasn't he? He's moving to the centres.
Geordie
Barrett's a fullback, moving to the centres. Yeah. I'm just thinking, for him as an option, I'm not saying for now, as in pick him in the centres now, but I think he should be perhaps thinking about that for longevity of his career.
Very interesting, because it feels like his skill set is wasted, because he's one of the best under the high ball.
Yeah.
But you're right, Tommy Freeman was good. He's great under the high ball.
Yeah.
Like the tour, and maybe it's the kicking. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think in order for England, and people will not like this because they want to see an all-out attack.
Yeah.
But I think against New Zealand, Eden Park, another game further down the line, I don't think you win playing that way. I think you win how they played against South Africa and getting your scrum right and getting the right rub of the green with the referee on that. Because breakdown, they're there physically. Defensively, they're there physically with the rush.
We lost the breakdown there.
But it's there. But the mindset's there in how they want to do it.
Yeah,
we'll say you lost the breakdown. You've got Ardy Surveyor, one of the best in the business. And a lot of them would come off kind of, I don't know, inside, outside. Against New Zealand, you're going to get turned over, right?
Yeah.
With the players that they've got. Ardy Surveyor, what's his average turnovers? He gets turnovers in the game.
Yeah.
But
who'd you start prop then? Bevan Rodd or Finn Baxter?
I'd go Bevan.
And then bring Finn off the bench?
Yeah.
Jamie George? You starting Coley or Will Stewart?
Captain. I don't know. You know what I mean?
They've got to fix something, haven't they?
They have to fix something around scrum. So Nick Berry's a ref.
Yeah. Does that change anything? I mean, I know what Steve...
He's a Kiwi, isn't he?
Aussie.
Oh, is he? He's a Kiwi.
I know what Steve will be doing. They'll be showing clips of the group going around the outside. And if you get away with it, as he did at times, but he also got penalised at least once for doing it. That's the big focus for Steve, of showing the referee and hoping that it is reffed the right way. Because I've got no doubt, you go around the outside like that, you're getting the advantage. That's what Flats said. Flats knows his scrums, he knows his onions, he knows his meat. And that's, a big thing for England. The scrum was an area of concern. But, it was the finest of margins, wasn't it, effectively? Yeah. You talk about the missed kicks, and we lose 16-15 and Dunedin. No doubt New Zealand will get better. But England, have they got one last big performance in them at the intensity that we showed for big parts of the game? But then I just think we slipped off. I sound harsh saying it, but we slipped off with the changes we made. I like Ben Spencer. He didn't perform anywhere near as well as Alex Mitchell did. The kicking wasn't on point. Is that a consequence of how hard we've gone defensively and at the breakdown, and a fitness thing because we are at the end of our energy reserves, at the end of a long, it's the longest season ever, isn't it, with the World Cup? Or have they got the juice in them to do it? And the scrum's the big worry in reality, because if your scrum's getting absolutely hosed and it leads to penalty after penalty, you're going to end up with 50, 60 yards back in your own half.
But they turn the line out over.
Yeah, that's the big work on for New Zealand. And then you may end up with yellow cards and whatever if you don't fix the issue. So Steve will be working hard with Tom Harrison, the scrum coach, trying to fix those issues, because it's obviously an area of concern. But I'm hoping that England can do a job, because it was very positive. We didn't win, we didn't get over the line, but there were a lot of good stuff. Marcus Smith, I thought.
Stick with him?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. People are like, and this is the big thing, people are like, oh, why didn't they swap the kicker to Slady? So Marcus Smith's kicks that he missed a long-range penalty in the first half from just to the right of the post. He'd expect to get it. He then misses the real simple penalty, hooks it to the left. He hooked his first two to the left, actually. Misses the penalty in the second half. And then the third one he misses is a touchline conversion from Feo Boso's try. So it was on the 5-metre line, I think it was. So you can bin the conversion, but you ain't swapping him. And I've been there. You missed two. He slots the one just before half time to send us in level. So it's not like he'd missed three on the spin, and then you change your kicker. So he missed one, then got one, missed one, and then he had the touchline conversion. So it will hurt Marcus Smith and he'll bounce back. But I thought his game management was good. I thought his attacking the line was good. He put Chandler Cunningham-South through the hole that leads to the break, to the try. Option taking looked pretty good, and you got to back him. And he'll want the kicking tee to start the game next week. If you take the kicking off him to start the game next week and give it to Slade, then that is a massive dent in his confidence of what a coach believes in him. So if he does miss a couple on the spin, that's when you go Slade and you come in this next test match. But you back Marcus Smith. You put Mitchell at 9 again, and you try and repeat what you did, but do it a bit better week on week.
England look good.
Yeah.
You look good.
Thank you, James.
As in
you,
England.
me or England?
I was going to say we.
Okay.
Yeah.
We again. So, yeah, I mean, positive for England. Razor was emotional. Good to see him get his first win. Imagine if he lost. And it's not a good start for him. But a tight game. It was enthralling. And attack is, what will win the game next week. Who can advance their attack. You've got no doubt New Zealand are going to look at a few things and try and increase the pace of the game, which is what Razor said. And see how we go at Eden Park.
Here we go.
Pod.
Rugby pod.